Imagine waking up tomorrow in the world of One Piece. No devil fruit, no Haki, no superhuman strength. You're not secretly part of the D-Clan. You're not joining a Yonko crew. And you're definitely not surviving a direct hit from Kaido. You're just a completely normal human being. At first, that might not sound too bad. Most people in One Piece aren't pirates or marines anyway. But once you actually look at how this world works, surviving there becomes much harder than it seems. Your chances would depend almost entirely on where you're born, how close you are to the Grand Line, and whether you're smart enough to stay away from the people who can destroy an entire town without even trying. And the further we travel through the One Piece world, the worse your chances become. If you're lucky enough to be born somewhere peaceful in one of the four blues, you actually have a pretty good chance. East Blue was considered the weakest sea, and despite everything that happened during Luffy's journey, millions of ordinary people live completely normal lives there. Someone living in a quiet village like Fuchsia Village could spend their entire life without ever seeing a devil fruit user. You could work, have a family, own a business, and probably forget that monsters like Kaido even exist. The biggest danger would be pirates, corrupt marines, or simply being born on the wrong island. Orange Town was attacked by Buggy. Kokoyashi Village spent years under Arlong's control. Even peaceful kingdoms can suddenly become targets, so being born in the Four Blues doesn't guarantee anything, but for a normal person, it's probably your best possible starting point. The moment you enter the Grand Line, everything changes. Even the ocean itself is trying to kill you. Normal navigation barely works, because the magnetic fields surrounding each island are completely different. Weather can change almost instantly. Giant sea creatures exist everywhere, and even reaching the next island requires equipment like a log pose. Without an experienced navigator, you might die before meeting a single enemy. And that's only Paradise, the supposedly easier half of the Grand Line. Imagine being a normal person accidentally arriving on Little Garden, where giant dinosaurs are walking around, or landing on Drum Island without protection from the freezing temperatures. Even Scipia requires surviving a journey thousands of meters into the sky before you've actually reached the island. The Straw Hats make these places look survivable because they're the Straw Hats. For you, one bad decision could end the journey immediately. And then there's the biggest disadvantage of all. You don't have a devil fruit. In the real world, being athletic or knowing how to fight could protect you in dangerous situations. In One Piece, that advantage disappears very quickly. A random devil fruit user could turn into an animal, control an element, manipulate your body, or possess an ability you don't even understand. Imagine meeting Crocodile as a normal human being. You can't even touch him without understanding his weakness. Enel could strike you with lightning from kilometers away. Sugar could touch you once and literally erase your existence from everyone's memories. And these aren't even the strongest characters in the series. Without a devil fruit, your only realistic strategy is avoiding powerful people completely. Haki makes the situation even worse. Most ordinary civilians don't even know Haki exists, while the strongest people in the world can use it without devil fruits at all. Observation. Haki means someone could sense your presence before you even approach them. Armament Haki makes already superhuman fighters dramatically harder to hurt, and if you happen to stand near someone releasing powerful Conqueror's Haki, you might simply collapse before the fight even starts. The important thing is that a normal human being wouldn't suddenly unlock advanced Haki just because they entered the One Piece world. Haki can be trained, but reaching the level of characters like Luffy, Shanks, or Garp requires years of experience, extreme battles, natural talent, and a level of physical ability that you probably don't have. Your safest weapon isn't Haki. It's staying away from anyone who uses it. And if you've made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe for more, because we're about to enter the part of the One Piece world where your chances become much worse. Also, tell me in the comments where you would choose to live if you were dropped into the One Piece world. The new world is where being a normal person becomes almost suicidal. This is territory controlled by emperors, powerful pirate crews, marines, and some of the strongest fighters alive. Whole Cake Island initially sounds surprisingly safe, because Tato Land is an organized country where different races live together. Then you remember that Big Mom literally collects portions of her citizens' lifespans as payment for living there. Wano spent years under Kaido and Orochi, with entire regions suffering from starvation and poisoned water. Egghead became a battlefield involving an admiral, the Gorosei, pacifistas, marines, and a Yonko crew in what felt like a single afternoon. Even if you never participate in a fight, you're constantly vulnerable to battles between people powerful enough to reshape the island around you. In the New World, being innocent doesn't protect you. You can die simply because two powerful people decided to fight near your house. You might think joining the Marines would solve the problem, but that creates a completely different set of risks. As a civilian, you can at least avoid pirates. As a Marine, you're being paid to approach them. If you're an ordinary recruit, you're nowhere near the level of someone like Kobe. Most Marines are normal soldiers with rifles and swords. Now imagine receiving orders to fight the Whitebeard pirates at Marineford. You're standing on the same battlefield as Whitebeard, Mihawk, the Admirals, the Warlords, and eventually Shanks. One earthquake from Whitebeard could kill you without him even knowing you existed. And refusing dangerous missions isn't exactly a reliable career strategy. Joining the Marines might give you training and protection, but it also dramatically increases your chances of encountering the exact people you should be avoiding. Becoming a pirate might be even worse. Luffy's journey makes piracy look like an adventure because we're following one of the most extraordinary crews in history. A normal pirate crew probably doesn't make it very far. You could be captured by Marines, attacked by another crew, swallowed by a Sea King, or destroyed by Grand Line weather before accomplishing anything important. Even if you somehow reach the New World, you now have to survive in an ocean dominated by Yonko crews. Your best-case scenario might actually be joining a powerful crew and staying as far away from the main fighters as possible. But even that doesn't guarantee safety. When Yonko crews go to war, everyone becomes part of the battlefield. The world government creates another problem, because you don't even need to be a criminal to become a victim. Ohara was filled with ordinary civilians when the government ordered a buster call. Leloucha was an entire kingdom filled with people living normal lives before it disappeared. The celestial dragons can enslave people simply because they want them. At Sabaody, a normal person can be walking through the wrong area and suddenly become property. That's probably the darkest part about trying to survive in One Piece. Strength isn't the only thing determining whether you live. Sometimes you're simply born in a country that the people controlling the world decide should no longer exist. So your best strategy would actually be incredibly boring. Stay in one of the four blues. Choose a small peaceful island protected by the Marines, but far away from major government facilities. Never become famous. Never become a pirate. Never eat a mysterious fruit. Don't investigate the Void Century. Don't punch a celestial dragon. Don't travel to the Grand Line. And if someone wearing a straw hat arrives in your town with an entire pirate crew, you should probably leave for a few days, because something extremely important is about to happen. The funny part is that the greatest survival advantage in One Piece isn't having a powerful devil fruit or mastering every form of Haki. It's being completely irrelevant. The safest person in the entire world might be some random civilian living on a peaceful island in East Blue who has absolutely no idea what the One Piece is. Because the moment you decide to chase the greatest treasure in the world, uncover the Void Century, or sail toward the final island, you're entering a world built for monsters. And for a completely normal human being, sometimes the smartest way to survive One Piece is to make sure you never become part of the story at all.